Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack a hidden reality about money that affects millions of young professionals. We'll explore exactly why the size of your paycheck absolutely does not determine your true financial health.
Think about this for a second. If a high salary automatically created wealth, why do so many people earning 10, 20, or even 30 lakh rupees a year still feel so financially stressed? Why are so many high earners essentially living paycheck to paycheck, feeling like they're just one emergency away from disaster?
Well, the answer is surprisingly simple. It's because wealth isn't actually determined by your income, it's determined by your financial behavior. Lasting financial security isn't about chasing a bigger salary, it's built on consistent habits, strict discipline, and structured, logical decisions.
Let's dive right into what we call the salary illusion.
The general expectation is pretty straightforward, right? You get a promotion, your income goes up, and you naturally assume your savings and wealth will just increase right alongside it. But the mathematical reality for most salaried employees is the exact opposite. Higher income usually just means lifestyle inflation. The money comes in, but the savings rate flatlines.
Think about where that extra money actually goes. A decent raise almost silently transforms into renting a bigger apartment in a premium gated community, or maybe upgrading from a standard hatchback to an SUV. We take on massive EMIs, we book expensive international vacations. This lifestyle inflation quietly destroys your long-term compounding potential before it even has a chance to begin.
This brings us to a really crucial distinction: understanding the difference between your income and your real wealth. The definition here is really the foundation of everything. Income is simply the money that comes in. Wealth, on the other hand, is the money that stays, the money that protects you, and the money that actually grows over time. Blurring these two concepts together is exactly why so many high earners remain completely financially vulnerable.
To put this into perspective, imagine a simple comparison. On one hand, you have someone earning 8 lakhs a year who consistently invests a strict portion of their income over a long period. On the other hand, you have someone earning 25 lakhs a year who spends absolutely everything on lifestyle upgrades and unsecured consumption. The math here is totally deterministic. The consistent discipline of the 8 lakh earner will easily beat out the high salary of the 25 lakh earner over the long haul. Ultimately, discipline beats mere accumulation.
So, what exactly is draining our money? Let's take a look at the 6 hidden wealth leaks holding most professionals back. There are 6 primary reasons people fail to build wealth. Number 1, as we mentioned, is lifestyle inflation. Then we have having no emergency fund, carrying high-interest debt, investing without any real plan, having zero adequate insurance, and finally, lacking concrete financial goals. Now, let's zoom in on a couple of the most dangerous ones on this list. Take high-interest debt, for instance, like rolling over credit card balances or juggling personal loans. The crucial thing to understand here is how this literally ages your financial profile. This kind of unsecured debt compounds so much faster than any SIP could ever grow. It creates constant monthly stress, completely disrupts your cash flow, and mathematically pushes your wealth goals years into the future.
Then there's the massive leak of neglecting your foundation. As this quote reminds us, way too many people invest aggressively before building a basic emergency buffer. For anyone on a salary, having a baseline of 6 months of essential expenses tucked safely away is absolutely non-negotiable. And furthermore, ignoring the golden rule of having term insurance worth 15 to 20 times your annual income, that leaves your family entirely financially exposed.
To fix these leaks, we need to completely reverse how most people think about utilizing their money by looking at the true wealth hierarchy. There's an actual deterministic sequence to building wealth. It goes like this. First, you earn income. Second, you build savings. Third, you establish your emergency fund. Fourth, you secure protection through proper insurance. It's only after those first 4 are locked in that you should move to step 5, investments, and step 6, long-term compounding. Most people try to jump straight from income to investments, but the reality is you absolutely must protect and stabilize before you can grow. This naturally leads us to the challenge of how we go about accurately measuring our overall financial health. The problem with most financial apps out there is they really only do one of 2 things. They track your past expenses, or they try to push you to buy specific investment products. Very few actually evaluate your complete financial behavior. And that missing contextual layer is exactly why NitiVitt was created.
It uses tools like the Niti score to evaluate your overall well-being, Niti age for measuring your financial maturity, Niti path for providing a personalized roadmap, and Niti guide to explain the underlying math in plain English. The entire goal is to help you understand the why before anyone ever tells you what to do.
Let's look at the erodes metric as an example. What it does is translate all of your complex financial habits into a single, highly relatable number. It's essentially asking, if your financial habits had an age, how old would they be? It gives you an objective measure of whether your consistent discipline is making you financially older and wiser, or if bad debt is actively aging your financial profile in the worst way possible.
And this entire structured approach is driven by one core philosophy. AI assists, but mathematics decides. The idea is to ensure that friendly, AI-driven explanations are kept separate from rigorous mathematical calculations. Because at the end of the day, every financial decision you make should be grounded in auditable, deterministic data, not just guesswork or assumptions. Because ultimately, wealth isn't built just by earning more. It's built by making better financial decisions, consistently, day in and day out. Financial independence isn't some lottery you win. It's a very reachable reality built through daily discipline and structure.
And that's the core idea behind NitiVitt. If you're curious about your own financial health and want to see exactly where you stand, you can explore your own deterministic roadmap at www.nitivitt.n. Thank you for joining me for this explainer. Remember, wise wealth isn't about having more money. It's about making better decisions with the money you already have. So, take a hard look at your own habits today. Are they making you financially younger and stronger, or are they aging you before your time?